Hello guys, Furball the Hammy, your friendly neighborhood hamster, is back again for another Hypixel Skyblock video. Today's video will be focused on 5 useful tips that will help you in your Hypixel Skyblock journey. So before I start, take note that I have a massive 20 million coin giveaway. In order to participate in this giveaway, just like and subscribe the video and join my Discord server, link in the description to participate. I'm going to give away a leaping sword, summoning eyes, and 15 million coins worth in cold hard cash to lucky winners, as well as many other things such as dragon armor pieces, fragments, high tier minions, and even some super compactors. So without further ado, be sure to participate in the giveaway and let's begin. Tip number 1. Increased eye chances from zealots and how to abuse it. Do note that Hypixel Skyblock has implemented a system to help weaker players get summoning eyes. They implemented a system that gives players who cannot one-hit zealots an additional 10% chance for them to find zealots. So how will you abuse this mechanic? Simply put, get a vampire mask or blaze or frozen blaze set. But a vampire mask is a lot cheaper since it only costs 1 mil. So how will this work, you may be asking? As Vampire Mask, Blaze and Frozen Blaze all deal damage per second automatically to every mob nearby. It means that you will be hitting a Zealot once or twice with the set bonus or ability before you go in and kill the Zealot. This triggers the game's mechanic of you not one-hitting a Zealot. Since these abilities will not one-hit Zealots but they damage Zealots only, this means that when you kill Zealots with a Vampire Mask or Frozen Blaze or a Blaze set, you will be getting a plus 10% chance for summoning eyes, which is beneficial, considering it's only 1 million coins for a plus 10% chance, but it costs over 30 million coins for a legendary Enderman to get the plus 30% summoning eye chance. It's a bit expensive if you ask me. So be sure to abuse this and get a Vampire Mask. However, if you do choose to run the Vampire Mask, you wouldn't be able to run a full young set with 500% speed. But yeah, if you think speed isn't that important or that 100% speed is too hard for you to control, maybe consider running the Vampire Mask, it might be better for you. Tip number 2. Certain epic pets are better than their legendary counterparts. Now, we all know that legendary pets are always more expensive than their epic counterparts, to no surprise. But does that mean that they are always better than their lower rarity epic counterparts? No. This is because legendary pets only add on an additional ability on top of what epic pets have, while not giving extra base stats or improved previous abilities, just extra abilities. However, some of these extra abilities are worthless or borderline weak. Furthermore, legendary pets are also harder to level up and max as compared to their epic counterparts. Just look at the total XP required to max them on this table shown in the video. This means that epic pets are better because 1. They are way cheaper in general, number 2. They are easier to level up, and number 3. You aren't losing out on much as compared to their legendary counterparts. However, this is only applicable to a few pets, namely the Epic Phoenix, because the Epic Phoenix has the ability to revive you from the dead. If you get hit by a lethal attack, you will still stay alive. Both the Epic and the Legendary Phoenix both give that same ability, and that is the main reason why the Phoenix is good. Number 2. The Epic Squid. The Epic Squid has the ability to give yourself more squids as well as to increase the fishing XP chance, which the Epic version already gives. The Legendary version of the Epic Squid gives you a buff on your ink wand, but let's be honest here, how many of us here have ink wands? And number 3. Epic Flying Fish. The reason why people use Epic Flying Fish is because of its ability to increase the rate of your fishing. If I'm not wrong, the Epic Flying Fish already gives you the increased speed of you fishing. However, the Legendary Flying Fish gives you the buff towards Diver's Armor, but Diver's Armor in itself isn't very good. There is really no point trying to get a Legendary Flying Fish. And last but not least, the Epic Silverfish also applies. Because the Legendary Silverfish gives you permanent haste 1, which is useless because by the time you want to get a legendary pet, you probably already have most of the easy to get talismans, which includes the haste ring, which isn't very expensive and is quite easy to get. And the Epic Silverfish is used because of its ability to increase your mining XP gain. And the epic version already has that. The legendary version gives you haste 1, but why would you need haste 1? You might as well just get an epic silverfish. However, do note that rare pets have the same abilities as epic pets, but the stats on the abilities for rare pets are lower than that of epic pets. For example, the rare squid increases the chance of fishing a squid by 80%, but an epic squid increases that chance by 100%. Legendary pets, however, do not have better abilities than their epic counterparts, but they have additional abilities, which may sometimes be necessary, but sometimes may be worthless. And those 4 pets I mentioned above, they are legendary versions, and their legendary abilities are kind of weak or are kind of worthless. So yeah, hence epics can sometimes be better than legendaries on occasion. So yeah, be sure to take note if you're going to buy one of these 4 pets. Tip number 3, you don't need XP boost level 3 potions. For example, mining, combat, farming, foraging, and those XP boost potions that you get from opening presents during the winter event. You don't necessarily need their level 3 versions, and in fact, their level 3 versions are worse than their level 1 and level 2 counterparts, as XP boost potions cannot be brewed with enchanted redstone blocks for whatever reason, but their level 1 and level 2 counterparts can be brewed with enchanted redstone lamps, which increases both the potion duration and the potion strength to level 3. This means that level 3 potions are actually worse than their level 1 and level 2 counterparts, since you are always stuck with a 15-minute timer that cannot be extended, whereas level 1 and level 2 potions can be extended to level 3 potions and have a 15-minute potion duration. Tip number 4. Fishing in the park is best for money. Many players have advertised that fishing out of bounds in the spider's den is the best for fishing because there's free reign. Yes, that is true if you only want fishing XP. However, if you are fishing for coins or for the bait ring, do it in the park's pond, as the park has a higher chance for you to fish up squids, which is the main consistent source of money making for fishing. Yes, for those of you who don't fish or are starting to try to fish, take note of this common misconception that emperors and hydras are what makes you money, because they don't. Because a hydra head is worthless at the moment, since many other armor sets outshine it, and the fish affinity talisman only goes for a measly 100,000 coins. For emperors, it's not much better. You get an emperor's skull, you merely get 250k to 350k coins per skull, and emperors are rare and few in between, which you aren't even guaranteed to get one every single day, and if you're only relying on these rare mobs to get your money from, you are barely gonna make any money from fishing. However, squids are extremely common and are even more common in the park, and insects sells for quite a bit. Furthermore, the park is the only place where you can get all of the fishing pets. Guardian pets can be fished anywhere, flying fish pets are found from killing sea emperors as a rare drop, and squid pets can only be fished from the park. So by fishing in the park, you have the highest chance to get any pet for fishing. So that's pretty good, isn't it? And if you can share the cost of rain from Vanessa with 2 or more people in a fishing party, it actually makes it even better and even more profitable for fishers. As rain not only spawns squids automatically, rain also increases fishing speed and have a higher chance for fishing squids. However, this rain only exists in the park. The rain in the spider's den do not spawn squids or do not increase the chance for you to fish up a night squid or a normal squid. Heck, even if you're in for just the fishing XP, you are better off fishing in a fishing party in the park to get permanent rain, as you share the cost among a fishing party, which makes rain really cheap. Just imagine 5 players in a fishing party and it's only 60,000 coins per hour for rain per person, and you get permanent rain, unlike the spider's den where you have to somehow pray for rain and rain comes and rain goes. You will not get permanent rain in the spider's den, the rain only lasts for around 20 minutes. So yeah, be sure to take note of that. And that's why I believe fishing in the park is best if you can do it in a group. You can share the cost of rain, you get more money, and you get more fishing XP if you're willing to do rain. Now we are at the last tip for the day, and tip number 5 will be always to have a Raider's Axe on hand. This tip is innocuous, as you may think it's just 20 coins I'm missing out per kill on the mob above level 10. However, do you know how common it is to meet a mob above level 10? Look at Slayers, Voracious Spiders, Ruined Wolves, or Wolves in the park, and all of the Crypt Ghouls are above level 10. Look at Fishing Mobs, a relatively common sea creature called the Monster of the Deep is already level 10, and all those rarer creatures above the rarity of the Monster of the Deep are also above level 10. And look at Zealots, any mob in the end are all above level 10. You might not think that it is that significant, but even as an avid fisher who changed to using a Raider's Axe to kill sea creatures, I've been getting an additional 25,000 coins per hour with just the Raider's Axe stabbing sea creatures because of Scavenger 4 and the 20 coins per kill. And fishing is one of those activities with the least amount of mobs that you end up killing per hour. And if you're doing Slayers, shoot an arrow and weapon switch to your Raider's Axe and you will gain the bonus coins from Scavenger and the Raider's Axe itself. And for Zealots, if you aren't having any damage issues dealing 13k damage, just use the Raider's Axe. A little bit of everything adds up to a lot in the long run. And this is one of the tips that I truly regret not doing during my avid Slayer days, especially since I've grinded for over 2 months in Slayers, and I bet I've lost millions of coins because I did not use the Raider's Axe. So be sure to use the Raider's Axe and to always have one on hand. And yeah, with that, this is a relatively short video, but I just want to give out 5 tips that I think will be very useful for anyone starting in Skyblock, someone mid-game in Skyblock, and someone who's end-game in Skyblock. If you think these tips help, be sure to like and to subscribe. And with that, this is Flvff the Hammy, signing out.